Hi guys, so this is the second in a series of videos that I'm doing for chronic pain. The one yesterday I didn't save very well, so there's only half of it on Instagram, but the whole part of it is on YouTube. So yeah, you'll find it on YouTube, you'll find the whole thing on there. And this one today is focusing on the shoulders and it's focusing on the back. So shoulders and back muscles. They're just gentle exercises to really try and help people with pain. So I'm going to save this into my YouTube channel as well. I've got a playlist for chronic pain in there, and I'll also try to save it in Instagram as well, because that's what I messed up yesterday. So we'll get started. So if you just start with standing. So I'm going to make sure I save this, so if you can't do it now, I'll make sure it's saved. I haven't advertised that I'm doing this because I had a class cancelled, so I thought I'd get this done while I can. So if you just stand with your feet hip width apart, we're just going to start rolling down. Thank you, people joining, thank you, hi, good to see you. We're just going to start with feet hip width apart, slight bend in your knee, pull your tummy in slightly, and then just start rolling forward. So we're just warming up the back. And then push through your heels and stand back up and shoulders back and down. And then just gently roll the shoulders forward, keep that slight bend in your knee, tummy in. Roll back up, push through your heels, shoulders back and down. So we're doing 3 more like that. So just rounding forward, shoulders coming forward. Belly button slightly in, push into your heels to stand up. Shoulders back and down. So just do 2 more like that. So rounding forward, reaching down, push into your heels and pull up. So you should feel the backs of your legs working and your bum as you're pulling up. So rounding forward, push into your heels, standing up. Okay, so this time we're just going to go down onto our hands and knees. So just coming down. If you struggle with knee pain, you can always roll your mat up to have it underneath your knees, or you can put a rolled up towel underneath. Okay, so we're just going to start with our hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath our hips, and just make sure that your head's in line with your spine. So don't drop your head down, keep your head in line, and just lift up and out of your shoulder joints. So toes tucked under, and then we're just going to shrug down, keep the arms as straight as you can, and then come up. So we're just warming up the shoulders. So this is a really good routine. It's a half-hour routine, really good for your shoulders and for your back. So just shrug down and lift up. Keep your belly button slightly pulled in. We want to keep the core nice and active. So that's it. So just come down and lifting up. Shrugging down and lift. And down and lift. Just do 2 more like that and lift up. And coming down and lift. And then just push back. So you're just pushing your bum back towards your heels. Reach your arms away. Nice stretch all through the back. And then just come forward and lean over your wrists. And then just push back really gently, pushing back, reach your arms away. And then coming forward, take it over your wrists. And then push back. Reach the arms away, just warming everything up, and then just come forward and reach over. And 2 more, so coming back, reach the arms away, come forward, just reach over your arms, over your wrists, and then push back. And then come forward again, and then just hold it there. Okay, so then we're just going to do some shoulder rotations. So this routine is for the shoulders and for the back. So just some shoulder rotations. So if you just lift that right arm off the floor, we're just lifting it straight up, and then take it straight out to the side. And then just do some little circles. Just forwards and then backwards. And then take that arm down, and then reach the left arm away. And do small circles. Small circles the other way, and then take that arm down. And then we're just pushing back into child's pose and reaching the arms forward. And then just reach that right arm up in the air and down. So it's not a big move, and up and down. and lift and down and lift. If it's too much reaching these arms in front, you can always do it at the side and just lift the arm straight up at the side like that. So just keep looking at the floor and lifting the arm up to the side or lifting it up in front. It depends how your shoulders are, what your shoulder pain is like. But the main thing is that you don't push through any pain. So don't keep pushing if you have pain. Make sure that you do at an angle that works for you. So it might be this way. So that gives you much more mobility, moving that way. You can do that. Whereas here it's a more of a closed angle. So do whichever one feels right, just to get those shoulders mobilizing. And then just come back into 4-point kneeling, hands underneath your shoulders. Just make a fist with your right hand and then just rotate this shoulder around. If you feel pain in this wrist holding that position there, come up onto your fist because then it lengthens your wrist out so it can help. And then rotate this shoulder. So we're just getting it moving, just rotating round. And then rotating back the other way. That's it, lifting it up and round. And then take that arm down, and then we'll do the same on the left side. So just rotate that left shoulder. And then make sure your belly button's pulled in, make sure your head is in line with the spine. And rotate back the other way. So don't let your head drop down, you need your head in line. You need your belly button slightly pulled in to help support your back. Okay, and then just take the arm down and then just push back into child's pose. Push those arms away in front of you, just reaching down. Reach down towards the floor. Just take some really nice deep breaths. And then just come back up into your 4-point kneeling. So your hands are underneath your shoulders and knees are underneath your hips. And then we're just going to lift this right arm straight up in the air. So lifting your elbows straight up, just as high as you can. So keep that head in line, don't let it drop down. Keep your belly button slightly in. And then take that fist down and then lift and lower. And again, just make sure you do what you can within your threshold. So if it becomes too much, then just do what you can. Even if you're lifting this arm, it's just keeping everything moving and nice deep breaths. Remember to keep the nice deep breaths. So lift up and take it down. And lift and take it down. And then take that hand down and do the same on the left side. So lift that elbow up and bring it down, and lift and down, and lift and down. Lift, keep your belly button slightly pulled in, lift and down and lift, and then just take the hand down, just hold it there. And then we're just going to reach the right arm in front. So if you can, reach that arm straight in front. If you're doing this, then it's fine. It's just trying to get things moving. So holding it there or just as high as you can, and then rotate the arm behind you. And turn your palm up towards the ceiling and then rotate it back the other way. And then take it out behind you just as much as you can. If you feel you've got some kind of obstruction within your shoulder, then you can pass around that obstruction and come back round. So if you get to here and you can't go any further, just go around it. Come back up and bring it in front. So come around to the side and back. To the side, in front. Just do 2 more, take it back, and then take it in front. So this full class is half an hour. And then take that hand down. And then we'll do the same on the left. So keep that belly button pulled in. We're working the core at the same time. So take that arm in front, round to the side and behind, and round and in front. Take it round and behind. Big semicircle and in front. And again, behind and around and in front. And then just do 1 more each way. Take it back and take it forward. And then just take your bum back and just push those arms out in front. And just give your hips a bit of a rock from side to side. Just let your wrists release. Just rest. Just take some really nice deep breaths. Let everything rest. Relax, relax. Okay. And then just come up. This is the last one in the kneeling position. So Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're just going to do some back mobility. So tuck your pelvis under and then work along your back and tuck your head in. And then just slowly lift your pelvis up and do a wave along your back and then lift up your head. And then tuck your pelvis under. Just be careful with it. Just do what you feel that you can. If anything hurts too much, don't do it. It's always better to sit it out than to push through pain. We don't want to push through pain. It's all to help get everything mobilized. The main thing is nice deep breaths and just to move gently. Work with your body. Tuck the head in. One more each way. So lifting the pelvis, lifting the head. And then tuck the pelvis under and tuck the head in. And then just carefully release that. And then if you just lie down on your front, so coming all the way down, just carefully lie down. And then just put your arms to the side. So your arms are at this 90-degree elbow, like a cactus tree. So push your legs away and just take your head down to the floor. Push your shoulders back and down your spine. Just reach your legs away and take some really nice deep breaths. Just breathe. Feel your neck opening up, feel your shoulders opening up. Just let everything relax. And then just start lifting the upper body just as much as you feel you can. If you can get to there, and that's as much as you can do, then that's fine. It's just making those little bits of progress each time. So the more you do it, the more you'll find that you can do more. And then come down. And then lift. Just lift as much as you can, as much as your back muscles will allow, because over time, as we get older, we start to lose this mobility through our spine if we don't keep using it. So use it or lose it is so true. So you just need to make sure that you work into those muscles, and the more you do it, the more you'll find that you can do more. And release it down. So lifting up, use those back muscles, and then come down. When I was, how old was I? Probably about 36, and I started doing some back work. I was watching a Davina McCall DVD, fitness DVD, and she was doing some back work, and I lay down to do this back work, and she was up here doing all this, and she had really good back mobility, and I literally got to about there, and I couldn't get any higher, and I was thinking, what is going on? And I just hadn't done any spine mobility work. So I'd completely lost the ability to extend my spine. So doing this work, doing the spine work, it helps, and you can definitely improve. So it's just getting those muscles activated and making sure that you get those connections through to your back muscles. And also it's a lot about core work as well. Working into your core, strengthening your abs, strengthening your back. It's not focusing on any one muscle. And then come down. And then just relax your head on the floor and just rock your hips from side to side. And then keep your head down and just raise that right leg off the floor. And then take it down. If you feel any pain, then stop. Just do what your body can do. Even if you're raising your right leg and it comes to here. It's all just, you need to start somewhere. And raise again. And then switch to the other side. Just really slowly controlled work. We're really targeting the muscles, and take it down. And then the left leg. And take it down. And the right leg. Take it down. And then the left leg. And take it down. And just relax, just rock your hips from side to side, just let that all relax. And then just lift the upper body again and hold it there. And if you feel you can, then lift one leg at the same time. If you can't, then just hold the upper body and lower and higher the upper body. If you can, then add the leg as well, just one leg at a time, and then lower down. And then lift the upper body again, raise one leg, lower it down, raise the other leg, lower down, and then just right all the way down. Rock your hips from side to side. And then just reach your arms in front. So both arms are long, both legs are long. Keep your head in line with the arm that's lifting up. So just try to keep looking down and keep your head lifting with your arm. So raise your right arm and left leg just as much as you can. If it's too much, just raise the arms, don't raise the legs. And then the left arm, right leg, otherwise just the right left arm, and lower down. And the right arm, left leg, and lower. So we're just activating and strengthening and mobilizing the spine. It's really important. And lower down. Right leg, left leg, and lower. And then the left arm, right leg. Some of the fittest people I know have no spine mobility because they just don't do any work on it, and it's really important. Okay, and then just take your head down to the floor and then just relax your whole body. Couple of deep breaths and raise your arms and then lower down. So this is really good for your shoulders. Raise the arms and lower and raise up. Nice deep breaths and lift and lower and lift and lower. And then just carefully come up onto your hands and knees again, really carefully. I'm just going to do a couple of cat-cow mobility stretches before we do the next bit. So really carefully tuck your pelvis under and tuck your head in. Try to keep your hips above your knees. And then untuck your pelvis and lift your head. And then tuck your pelvis under, tuck your head in. And then untuck your pelvis, lift your head. And just do one more. So coming down, tucking under, and untuck and lift your head. Okay, and then just keep your head in line with your spine, and we're just going to take the right arm and we're going to thread it underneath. So bending this left elbow, we're threading underneath. And just come as low as you can. So if that's enough getting to there, then just do it to there. Just do what you feel you can. You've got to start somewhere, or you can take your arm all the way through and take that shoulder down to the floor. Nice deep breath. And then coming back up, 4-point kneeling, take that left arm and thread it underneath, all the way down if you can, just go as low as you feel you can. Nice deep breath. And then coming back up. Another arm under your elbow, and then take the other arm underneath, reach it through, take that shoulder down if you can. If you can add on, so you can stretch this left arm up, reach up to the ceiling, but don't do it if it hurts, don't do it if it's too much. And then bring that down, carefully coming back to the middle. Take that right hand down, thread the left arm through, take that elbow down, and then if you can raise that arm up to the ceiling, but don't do it if it's too much. Just build up in stages. And then bring it down, and come back to 4-point kneeling and just hold it there. And then just push your bum back so you're halfway into child's pose. You're not quite touching your feet. And then just tuck that pelvis under. Really nice rounding through the lower part and the mid part of the spine. And then untuck your pelvis. Really stick your hips out. Stick your pelvis back. And then tucking under. It's really good mobility for the lower half of the spine. And then untuck, lifting up, and then come back up to 4-point kneeling, and then just really carefully sit down on your bum. So we'll come down to sitting, and then just keep that left leg long and straight, right leg bent, so your feet are about hip width apart, and then just take that left arm and hook it around your right leg and just hold it there. And then just as much as you can, reach that right arm behind you and look over, just as much as you can. So if you're turning round and you're getting to here, that's fine. It's mobilizing, so you're doing something. So it's just trying to then take deep breaths. And then maybe as you take deep breaths, you can go back a little bit further. Just breathe into it, really nice deep breaths. If it's too much to keep that knee up here, you can hold it further away. So it's just trying to get a bit of mobility going through the spine. So depending on how far you can go, maybe you can go all the way back, and just take nice deep breaths. It's really important to breathe deeply. And then just carefully come back to the middle, straighten that right leg, bend the left leg, and just wrap your right arm around that left knee. And then just come round as far as you can again. Maybe it's to the side, maybe it's all the way back. Just look behind you as well if you can. If not, you can always keep looking forward if it's too much to look back over your shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And then carefully release that, bring that leg back to the middle. Okay, and then we're going to do a really nice spine stretch on our side. So if you just carefully lie down on your side. So I'm on my right hand side. I know the screen flips it over, but I'm lying on my right hand side. So I've got my right arm out in front. I've got my left knee out in front, and then I'm holding my left knee down with my right hand and then reaching my left arm out. So this position, I'm then going to just open up my arm all the way up and then just take it back as far as you can. So if it's to here, take it to there, or if you can go back further, then reach back further. But again, just take some nice deep breaths. So just take your head down to the floor. You can always put a cushion underneath if you want a cushion to support your head, or take it down. And then just reaching up and then just reaching back as far as you can. So if you've got any shoulder impingement that means you can't reach back that way, you can always reach over that way, or bend your elbow. So just do what works for you, but it's building up, gradually building up, reaching that arm back and keeping this left leg down, that left knee down on the floor so your pelvis isn't opening. Because if your pelvis opens, then you can go back much more easily. So we want it to be in the back. We don't want the pelvis opening up. So just reaching back as much as you can. Nice deep breaths. Nice deep breaths allow then this all to relax. It allows your chest to open up, and then you can gradually go back further. This is a really lovely stretch for people who are sitting down at their desks a lot or doing a lot of driving. It really helps to open everything up. And then just bring it forward all the way down. Take a nice deep breath there, and then open up again, all the way up and over. Reach it back. Keep that knee down. Hopefully you haven't got a piece of furniture in the way like I have. It's not very useful. And then up and over, all the way back down. And just take a nice deep breath, just breathe. And then really carefully come up and then take it over to the other side. Or you can just turn over. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So I'm lying on my left, I've got my right knee in front, left arm holding down my right knee, and my right arm reaching out in front. So again, you can have a cushion if you need one. And just open all the way up. Really lovely stretch to open you up. Get the back moving and open up the chest. And just take some nice deep breaths in this position. If it's too much, then stop or take a breather, or just don't take the arm out as much, because having the arm out really stretches you open. If it's too much, don't do it. Build up to it. And then slowly close the book. Bring your arm all the way down. And then one more, reaching up. And open behind you. So if you come to there, that's fine. Just breathe deeply, nice deep breaths. And as you're breathing, you might find you just get a little bit more mobility. Might just open you up in the chest a bit more, and you can come down a bit further. If it's too much to look at your hand, you can always keep looking the other way. And then bring that up and over and close the book. And then really carefully come back onto your hands and knees. Just going to do some more of these cat-cow mobilizations. So tucking your pelvis under, make sure your knees are underneath your hips. keep that belly button in, tuck your pelvis and tuck your head. For the next one, I'm going to do some abs. We'll do some core work because the strong core is really important to help to support your back. Your back's part of your core, but your abs need to support your back. So for the next live session I'll make sure I do core work to really strengthen the deep abs. It's the deep abs we need to target. Support the spine. So tucking under, tuck your head in, and then just untuck, so your neutral spine, and then just move your hips back towards your feet, and then tuck under again from there. So tuck your head in and untuck. Focus more on the lower back. Untuck under and untuck, and just do one more and untuck. Okay, and then just come up to kneeling and just do a nice shoulder rotation. So rotate those shoulders back and rotate those shoulders forwards. Just let that all release, and well done. I hope that's helped, and I hope you find it helpful. I hope you keep coming back to look at these. Hello, thank you for joining. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel now. So I've got a playlist called Chronic Pain, so I'm going to put it in there, and I'll do my best to save it to Instagram as well. I didn't do that very well last time. So thank you, and see you soon.